Yo guys, what's going on? Perks in this video, we're going to talk about one of the most heated topics in Call of Duty right now, that being supply drops, and more importantly, if they'll be making a return in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now, in this video, we are going to be talking about some facts about supply drops, as well as from a business standpoint, if Activision will be bringing them back to Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and just some pros and cons about them coming back to Call of Duty, because we all know ever since Black Ops 3, supply drops have been a much hated thing, and with the black market blackout and like other pro-life against buying COD points and to being able to buy supply drops, and by being pro-life I mean that you're against COD points and being able to buy supply drops, because some people call it pay to win. But anyway, so why I'm making this video is because I haven't seen a lot of other YouTube videos on this topic about supply drops possibly being returned to Call of Duty Infinite Warfare again. So anyway, so just for some facts about supply drops, they have been around since Advanced Warfare, so 2 years now, back to back, and it's been a huge money maker for Activision. Now, at first, when supply drops were introduced to Advanced Warfare, there was no way of buying them. They're just earned strictly through game, and then about halfway through the life cycle is when they started adding bundles of advanced supply drops that gave you a higher chance to earn those elite guns, like the HBR A3 Insanity and the Battle Obscene Seed and the Battle Inferno and the AK-12 Rip and the ASM-1 Speakeasy and stuff like that. So those were now buyable, and they even gave you a higher chance. So about halfway through Advanced Warfare's life cycle, people were like, this isn't right. This is sort of like pay to win. And I think by the end of Advanced Warfare's life cycle, I think like Activision already made like hundreds of $millions through the supply drops, which is probably more in-game sales and and DLC like sales combined. So obviously Activision liked the idea of supply drops. So anyway, fast forward to Black Ops 3. Then, so again, people were already mad about supply drops from Advanced Warfare. So when Treyarch and Activision announced that supply drops were returning, obviously people were not too happy, so they were a little bit skeptical. But Treyarch said, no, it'll be fine. It's all cosmetic, and there'll be no way to buy them, and it'll just be camos and taunts and gestures and like stuff for your emblems and calling card and whatever. So people weren't too upset. So the first month and a half or whatever goes by for the launch of Black Ops 3, and then somewhere around the midway through December, Treyarch adds the addition of COD points. And but by most people, like what we think of COD points, if you're a old school Call of Duty person, you think COD points from Black Ops 1, where you buy like camos for your guns and perks, attachments, and stuff like that, so like in-game currency. But no, it was another microtransaction trap for people to buy liquid divinium and supply drops, and this is where really like the whole scamming thing started. Because what some of you might not realize, or you might have heard this, somebody tested supply drops, and they were able to find out that when you open one out of every 30 supply drops you open, you have a 50% chance to get an epic DLC weapon. 1 out of every 30, and you're not even guaranteed. It's like a 50% or less chance. So when people found that out, they were going all crazy about and that's when the black market blackout started, and like all this other crazy stuff, and people were deeply against supply drops, and a lot of bigger YouTubers who were doing supply drop opening on a monthly, weekly, whatever basis, they stopped doing it because like people started hating on them for doing supply drops opening. And I know what you're seeing, like on the background gameplay is a supply drop opening, but this is just because like I wanted to show people like how much of a scam supply drops are. And I know that I don't really show the whole supply drop opening in the gameplay, but I opened about at least 50 or more supply drops, and I got one epic DLC bullet shooting weapon throughout my opening, and then I didn't get another weapon until I opened my weapon bribe. So if you guys want to go see that stream that I did, you guys can go see the whole hour long or however long stream it was that I did to open supply drops, because it was pretty crazy. And like to only get one DLC weapon from normal supply drops is just crazy. So anyway, so that's why people even started to hate Activision and supply drops more in Black Ops 3, because the drop rates were so low and people were tired of getting scammed. And obviously again in Black Ops 3, Activision made a huge load of money, like hundreds of $1 million or more in supply drops revenue. And again, that could be more than Black Ops 3 DLC sales and Black Ops 3 launch title sales combined. So lots of profit to be made from supply drops. Alright, so now moving on to if they'll be in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So what I think personally is, if they're smart and they don't want to lose their fan base, then they won't put them in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, because they'll lose money either way. So if they put them in the game, then they'll get like a crap ton of less people to buy the game. And then if they don't put them in the game, then they'll earn less revenue, or earn less revenue in general, because they don't have supply drops. So Activision, you're going to be losing money either way. So do you want to lose even more fans? Because we all know that you lost a lot of fans from going like in the future for the past 3 years now. So Sledgehammer, you better be going more modern or past times. So you could either do that or put in supply drops and possibly make some revenue, but lose the fan base as a whole. So guys, all I'm trying to say is that Activision has to do something. So they either gotta sacrifice some loss in revenue for not adding supply drops, or sacrifice losing like 30 or more percent of their fan base by adding in supply drops, because we all know it won't just be cosmetic. Alright guys, that's gonna be for the video. I hope you guys enjoy. Please be sure to smash the like button. Please subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.